Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Rebecca Connolly, personal chef and kitchen coach, and I teach simple meal solutions that help you bring joy and connection back to meal times. If you're joining live, say hello in the comments, and if you're catching the replay, type #replay so that I know you were here. So, I have a question for you before we dive into today's training. Let's have a little chat. I would like you to drop a yes in the comments if this is you. If meal planning ever feels like just one more thing on your never ending to do list, I totally get it. As a busy mom and busy business owner, both building and maintaining for almost 20 years now. I started my Rebecca's Feast personal chef business back in 2007. But I've been balancing work and life ever since I was much younger. I started work when I was 14. My first job was a weekend job at Joann Fabrics down at the mall. So, and then I worked all the way through college. I worked two jobs on campus, and I had a job back home that I went home for on the weekends, and that rolled right into teaching after college. So, balancing work, life, and meal planning has just been my way of life for quite a long time. So, I am here to share my secrets, my hacks with you, right? So, between kids, business, and just life in general, figuring out what's for dinner can feel like another full-time job. The mental space that meal planning can take up in your head is unreal sometimes. Am I right? But here's the truth. Meal planning isn't just about food, it's about freedom. And how many of us are looking for more freedom in our lives, right? So today, to help you find this freedom, I'm sharing 3 meal planning strategies that will save you time, reduce your stress, and help you show up better both for your family and for your business. How does that sound? So, by the end of this, you're going to walk away with these 3 things. 1, a simpler way to meal plan that works even if you hate planning. I hear you. Number 2, you're going to walk away with a system that saves time without overcomplicating meals. You don't have to be a fancy restaurant chef to get good food on your table for yourself and for your family. And number 3, a strategy that actually fits your business schedule. All right, does that sound good? Here we go. So, point number 1. And this I hope you can relate to. We want to create a meal plan that works for you. Here you want to think like a CEO. So the biggest mistake I see when it comes to meal planning is that clients or people who ask are trying to force someone else's system onto or into their own lifestyle, which is a square peg round hole, right? So in business, you wouldn't run your schedule the same way as someone else with a totally different lifestyle, right? So your kitchen is the same way. See what I mean about thinking like a CEO, thinking like the head chef, the executive chef in charge of your own kitchen? You need a meal planning system that works, that fits for you. So the first thing is, of course, to pick a style that fits your life. We tend to see the same sort of meal planning recommendations over and over and over again. And you're probably wondering, oh, it's such a great recommendation. I see it all the time, right? Why doesn't it work for me? Well, because that's not your lifestyle. So here are 3 different styles that work that I've seen work for busy moms, busy business owners. Number 1 is, we call this the CEO planner. For this one, you choose 5 core meals for the week, but then you stay flexible on which days you eat them. Okay. So depending on your schedule, so the CEO picks 5 core meals, and then there's flex in how those meals work during the week. The second style of meal planning is called the batch boss. This we also hear a lot about, right? Cook once, eat twice. I grew up with the batch cooking mom. We were a large family, And both of my parents came from large families, so batch cooking was just a way of life, and that's probably why batch cooking is not my first pick for a system for myself. So for batch cooking, you want to batch cook proteins, grains, and then mix and match your meals as you go along. Or you can just double up, right? If you're making one lasagna, make two lasagnas. If you're making one pot of soup, make double that up. Just use a bigger pot, right? So you may be adding a little bit of prep time and a little bit more time to the cook time, but all together you're saving. So the third kind is the what's in the fridge method. This one uses a framework: protein, veg, carb, sauce, so you can throw together meals on the fly. I'm a number three. But I also work, depending on how the week is, I've worked with number one and number two in my own life. So which meal planning style, my question to you, which meal planning style sounds like the best fit for you? Drop it in the comments. So the CEO planner has the 5 core meals a week. The batch boss is going to cook once, eat twice, rinse and repeat. And then the third style, what's in the fridge method. All right. So let's talk about batching again. The great thing about batching, right? And we know this from business, batch cooking equals business productivity. So in business, when you're batching, right, you're setting aside time to focus on one task, or time blocking, like creating content or scheduling calls. So you're not constantly switching between tasks and hence losing time and efficiency, right? Batching works in the kitchen too. So here's how we're going to batch like a CEO. Step 1, you're going to pick 2 to 3 proteins, your favorites, right? Chicken, ground turkey, beans, tofu, so plant-based or animal-based. And then you're going to cook them all at once. How much do you need for, 3, 4, 5 days at the most, and then cook all of it at the same time. The second step, you're going to prep your grains: rice, quinoa. You could throw your carbs in here too, potato, anything you're using for your grains or your carbs for easy meal bases. And then the third step, you're going to chop your veggies in advance. This way you can have quick stir fries, quick salads, or even quick sheet pan meals. Okay. So for example, if you batch cook taco meat on Monday, then you can use it for tacos, taco bowls, and stuffed peppers throughout the week. So how does this work? And why does this work? Because it saves hours of time during the week. And who doesn't love to save time, right? We never seem to have enough of it anyway. This also reduces decision fatigue because you've already found food ready to go, right? Frees up energy so you can focus on your business instead of stressing over meals. So what's one thing you could start batch prepping this week? Drop it below in the comments. And here, last but not least, I have your 15-minute meal plan formula. So we're going to create a plan, and it's going to take us 15 minutes or less. If you have a pen or paper, grab pen or paper, or if you just want to pull up the notes on your computer or your phone while you're listening, let's get this done, and you'll have a meal plan for the next week, okay? So instead of planning every single meal, you're going to choose 5 go-to dinners that your family loves and rotate through them. This is similar to theme nights, okay? So the CEO planning method, you're going to pick your core 5 theme nights, and then you're going to rotate through them. So Monday, for example, could be sheet pan chicken and veggies. Tuesday could be, of course, Taco Tuesday. I don't think we're ever going to get away from that one. Wednesday, you could do a dinner salad, a protein-packed dinner salad. Thursday could be pasta night. Friday could be breakfast for dinner. You could also, Thursdays for us was always a great night for leftovers. If I cooked Monday, Tuesday, if we did some sort of pickup or takeout on Wednesday was always our busiest night, right? Then by Thursday, we've got things we need to eat up. And then Friday, we love to have pizza on Fridays. Something easy, something quick. We could either make it at home or even take it to go. So pick your go-to dinners and think about the week. And of course, this is going to be flexible, right? Depending on the kind of week that you have ahead of yourself. A holiday week when the kids are at home is going to be different from a week that's full on with work activities and, evening events. So step 2, you're going to use a meal prep shortcut. Okay. So that's the first thing is to pick your 5 core dinners or 5 themes. Then the second step is to use a meal prep shortcut, such as picking one thing to batch prep. You're going to batch prep your cooked chicken, your rice, your chopped veggies, just one thing to make meals faster. You don't have to do it all, right? Because it's already going to save you time. And step 3, here's the part that is most forgotten. Keep it flexible. If you don't feel like eating what's planned, swap up the days or switch up the ingredients because you've got it all ready to go, right? If it gets to Tuesday, you don't feel like tacos, you want to have your pasta instead, then on Tuesday night, have your pasta and have your tacos on Thursday, okay? No stress. No judgment. So why does this method work? Well, this again is going to save you hours and lots of energy in all of that overthinking about the meal prep, right? This also works with busy schedules. Who doesn't have a busy schedule, especially when business gets hectic? We have different seasons during the year, right? Fall, so October through December it feels like crazy every day, right? But then we get to January and all of a sudden the hours just seem to expand in one way. So so especially when this works with your busy schedule, you can work this during the ebb and the flow, right? And what's great about this, you don't need to do any rigid planning. So you have a routine, but you're not rigidly planned. You just have a simple structure that you are working from. And of course, since you've picked themes and dinners that your family enjoys, chances are everyone's going to be enjoying their meals around the dinner table. So what do you think about this core 5 meal plan? Is this going to, do you think this would simplify meal planning for you? Let me know in the comments. All right, quick recap. Here's what I shared. 3 meal planning styles. So you can pick one that fits your life, right? And real quick, the 3 styles are the CEO planner, be your own executive head personal chef, right? Cook your 5 core meals a week. We've got the batch boss who's going to cook once, eat twice. And then there's the what's in the fridge method that's going to use a basic framework of putting together a protein, a veg, a carb, and a sauce on the spot or on the fly. And of course, you can see how you can mix and match these methods during the week to best fit your lifestyle. Okay. So batch cooking is actually a productivity hack. Batch cooking is going to save you lots and lots of time. You don't have to batch cook everything, but even batch cooking just one ingredient can make your life during the week so much easier. And then there's the 15-minute meal planning formula. I hope you followed along to make your meal planning stress-free and get rid of that decision fatigue, right? Get rid of the mental overload. When I first started cooking professionally for individual clients back in 2007, we did not have the overwhelm of the internet with all the blogs and the recipe collections and everything on YouTube, everything on TikTok, right? You actually had to subscribe to the magazines, you had to go look in the cookbook. And of course, our best resource was and still is other personal chefs sharing their own recipes that have worked for their clients and in their own cooking systems. So in 15 minutes or less, now you just need a simple formula, right? So I hope you took notes as we went through that 15-minute formula so you have a plan for this next week, right? Pick your 5 go-to dinners, your 5 theme nights, or 3 or 4, however many nights, most nights out of the week, just to make it easier, right? Then you're going to pick a meal prep shortcut. You're going to keep it flexible, and you're just going to roll with it. It'll be okay. You're just going to roll with it. So next, comment below your biggest takeaway from this presentation. What's one meal planning tweak that you're going to try that I've mentioned? And if you want my free meal planning template, Savored Meals method, drop meal plan below and I'm going to send that to you. And the Savored Meals method is a little bit different from the 15-minute system in that it's also going to ensure that you not only have delicious, but you've also got the nutritious piece. Okay, that's my meal planning hack to make sure we're not just eating food that tastes good, but also that is food that is also fueling our bodies and meeting our nutritional needs. All right, so I hope you join me next week. Next week, we're going to talk about how to create time-saving systems in your kitchen. You create time-saving systems for your business. We're going to create them for your kitchen. Meal planning doesn't have to be overwhelming. Just like in business, having a strategy is what makes all of the difference. I know you've got this, and I can't wait to hear how these strategies work for you. It is your time to cook, savor, and thrive. See you soon.